John Grunsfeld, good to have you back on Spaceflight Now coverage of the shuttle launch. This, the last one. We're asking for shuttle memories. I know you have a lifetime of shuttle and Hubble memories, but if you could give us one that stands apart.
Well, one of the most special moments for me was my first spacewalk ever, Hubble Space Telescope. We were on Space Shuttle Discovery. Steve Smith went out the airlock first. I followed him. My job was to climb onto the end of the robot arm, lock myself in, and then Jean-Francois Clairvoy drove me back towards the Hubble. And so there I was, 17,500 miles an hour, traveling over the Earth with the Hubble, and the scene was just too surreal for me to believe. It was hard to believe, 8.5 minutes to orbit, catching the Hubble, and then slowly getting within a few feet of the Hubble. I had to just reach out and touch it with my finger, gloved finger, just to make sure it was all true. And then we got down to work. But, that moment, the Earth, the blackness of space, the shuttle, it was all just too fantastic.
So it's not like you left a smudged fingerprint, but if you coulda, you woulda. Whenever you're in proximity of the Hubble, you have to have that Pottery Barn mentality. You break it, you own it kind of thing. As you worked on it over the years, did you often feel that way? You were deep in the guts of that thing at times.
Yeah, all the time, rule number one, don't break the Hubble. Everything else can, be at the edges, but don't break the Hubble. And, that subroutine was running all the time. After that, we wanted to fix the Hubble, and safety, of course, is always there, but number one was don't break the Hubble. It is a delicate instrument, unlike the International Space Station.
So it's the Hubblecratic oath, I guess, for astronauts.
Yes, there you go.
All right. So tell me about, let's talk for a moment. To my way of thinking, that first Hubble repair mission, you could make a pretty good argument outside of the first flight and the return to flight missions. That was arguably as important a mission for the shuttle, for Hubble, and ultimately the space station as any mission that ever flew in the history of the shuttle program. Talk a little bit about Hubble and shuttle and sort of how each saved the other.
Well, certainly that first servicing mission in 1993 was a make or break for NASA. If we couldn't service the Hubble, there's no way we could build a space station. But on each servicing mission to Hubble, the shuttle allowed us to reinvent the telescope. And no more so than the most recent mission just 2 years ago, when on Atlantis, we did a complete makeover of the Hubble. New instruments, fixed old instruments, put on new computers, and so Hubble is like a brand new telescope. And I think that's, in my opinion, the shuttle's greatest contribution, is that it's enabled us to explore the universe, to unravel the mysteries of the universe through Hubble, made possible by shuttle astronauts and the shuttle.
John Grunsfeld, the Hubble hugger, former astronaut, now a big wheel at the Space Telescope Science Institute, the organization that runs Hubble appropriately. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Miles.